Probably the most common question I hear when people come to speak to me after they've been injured is, how long is this going to take? That's a great question. A lot of lawyers might say, we're going to try to do this as quickly as possible. And when they say that, sometimes I worry that they're risking not being thorough. I'm not here to tell you that it's good to take your time with a case and have it drag on, but a good lawyer who represents people who have been injured because of the fault of another will tell you that we have to let the medical side of this case dictate the timeline for getting the case wrapped up. Your injuries are just in the very beginning phases. How they manifest themselves and how they affect you today may not be the way it's going to be in the future. You have one bite at the apple. We can't come back in 5 years and say, hey, insurance company, we settled our case 5 years ago, but it turns out that my client now needs a surgery. And we didn't think about that then. They won't open the case up. What we want to do is be thorough. You can't come back. When you resolve your claim, when you've been injured because of somebody else's negligence, you have one shot at it. When you make that resolution, whether it's because you've got a verdict after a trial or you've worked out a settlement with the insurance company, you have to account for how that accident is going to affect you the rest of your life. So in terms of how long it takes, where you can get that case resolved, you want to be thorough. You want to rely on the medical records. You want to rely on what your doctors tell you. Once we have that evidence, and we know that that evidence can stand up in court, then we're prepared to try to resolve your case through an amicable negotiation, or because it's time to go to a trial and have the jury tell us. So the answer to the question is, sometimes we can figure it out quickly because the injury isn't that severe, and sometimes we need to take our time. We'll let the medical side of it determine how long it takes. If any lawyer tells you they're not going to listen to the medical component of it, they're not serving your best interests. You have one shot. You want to make it count.